Hello, welcome back to my channel. Happy Memorial Day weekend. It is very cold here in Seattle. The sun went away and I am back into sweaters again. So that was short-lived tropical weather that we had here. But today we are going to be talking about a tropical themed product. We are going to be talking about the new Fenty Beauty Matchstick Adjusting Blush in the shade Strawberry Pop. Now this is a brand new limited edition launch. This is one of those adaptive, like pH adaptive blushes. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit, or rather put this up closer to the camera so you can see it is a kind of like clear, jelly-like blush. It's not opaque. And this is one of those products that have become pretty popular over the past year, but definitely in the past 3 months. I would say Youthforia was the brand to really reintroduce these types of products to the market. If you're from the 90s, you definitely remember that color-changing lip gloss and nail polish and mood rings were very popular. And my understanding is it's the same concept. It is products reacting to the pH level in your skin. If I don't understand the science, I'm sorry. Feel free to leave comments below correcting me. But the Youthforia Blush Oil became very popular last year, and we've seen a lot of these pH changing products on the market. Tarte also just launched new shifting shades of their Marijuca Juicy Lips. Hint, I'm wearing one right now. I will be posting another video after this one reviewing those. So color changing products are on the rise, and the thing about them is a lot of them look the same. So I'm going to not only review the Fenty product and talk about how it looks, what I think about it, I'm also going to do some swatch comparisons of the Youthforia Blush Oil. So by the end of this, you should know if you already have the Youthforia Blush Oil, if the shade is identical to the new Fenty one. So if that sounds of interest, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and keep on watching. A little bit more about this launch. I have it pulled up on the Sephora site on my phone. It is also available at Ulta. This product retails for $32, which is the same price as the other Fenty Match Stix. If you're not familiar, when Fenty first launched, they came out of these concepts of magnetic products that come in highlighter, contour, bronzer, and blush shades that were really exciting when they launched. I know a lot of people kind of forgot about them. I will say some of the blushes were a little bit on the dry side and not necessarily my favorite, but I got suckered into the packaging. These are two of the highlighters here, and one of the really fun parts about these were the fact that they were magnetic. I know it's kind of stupid and gimmicky, but I actually liked it. Super disappointed that the limited edition one, although it has a beautiful ombre packaging, it feels super cheap and super light, and it is not magnetic. So that right off the bat, I find irritating, because if you're releasing a product in an existing line, the packaging should have the similar functionality. Like, I would love for this to be magnetic, be able to travel with my little trio here, and even though it's a different color, I would still expect it to be magnetic. So right off the bat, I'm already irritated with the lack of magnet and just how cheap the packaging feels. Now, as far as the way the packaging looks, I mean, it's beautiful. I love pink. I really like an ombre. It's fun packaging. But the lack of magnet, I'm already going in feeling a little salty. So without further ado, let's just get into it. I always apply stick products like this directly to my face. I know a lot of people take a brush first. For me personally, I just feel like it kind of defeats the benefit of having it in a stick form. So sound off in the comments below. I'm very curious. When you are applying a stick contour, bronzer, blush, foundation, do you just go directly on the face, or are you applying to a brush first? Let me know. Let me grab my cute little Rare Beauty mirror, and I should mention on my face, I have full face. I don't have blush on or highlighter on yet. So wanted to clarify that. I am just gonna, oh, Whoa, okay, that is okay, that is very, very interesting. When I swiped it on my hand, there was no color, but when I swiped it on my cheek, there's immediately a flush. That was super interesting. Let me actually swatch it on my hand to show you what I'm talking about. Oh, never mind. There is a flush there. I think I must have just been in poor lighting originally and I didn't notice that there was a flush. So immediately upon application, you do see a nice pinky flush. I take back everything I said about it being clear. It did blend out really, really quickly and very easily. I judge a cream blush is whether or not I can blend it out with my fingers. That is so important for me because the reason why I love cream blushes is not only for the way they look, but the ease of use, especially because I'm always like rushing in the mornings. I don't like having to use makeup brushes all the time. Any product that I can use with my fingers is a win for me. So just wanted to throw that out there, as that is one of the criteria I look at when figuring out if I like a blush and if I would recommend it. Okay, so we have it just like one, I think I did maybe one or two swipes on this side of my face. I am actually really loving that color. That is really, really pretty. I'm going to build it up a little more just to try to get more built up on video so you can really, really see that pretty flush. That is really pretty. I applied way too much, but now you can really see the color. I went into this ready to hate it because I was irritated about the packaging, but so far I am pretty pleased. Okay, I'm debating applying to my other cheek, but I think instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the Youthforia Blush Oil on my cheeks so you can really see in the viewfinder what the color payoff is, how it differs. So with this guy, it's going to be a little bit of a different application because it is an oily product. And for those of you who aren't familiar, Youthforia is a really cool brand. They are available at Ulta now. I will have the Ulta links down below for all of these products. Okay. So yeah, the application process is a little different just because of where the way I apply it. Whoa, okay. Wow. I should have been a little more careful when applying that. On both those cheeks, I applied way too much product. So that is a warning to you that don't let the opacity of the product fool you, or rather the lack of opacity, right? Yeah, don't let the clearness of the product fool you. Still be diligent when applying it. In my viewfinder, it looks fine, but in my mirror, it is way too much product. I am going to take my dampened beauty sponge from when I applied my foundation and just kind of try to blend it out a little bit. Again, my placement was not great. It kind of looks like I'm sunburned under my eyes now. So let that be a warning to you. Okay, to be honest, I actually feel like these two products have slightly different shades. Now, if you're not like a makeup hoarder, obsessive person like me, and you already have the Youthforia Blush Oil, you definitely don't need the Fenty one, but I will say they are a little bit different. I would say the Fenty one has more of a pinky undertone to it, and it's a little bit brighter. Whereas the Youthforia one in the shade Chemical Reaction is a little more natural looking. So I'll let you be the judge on which one you prefer. If I could only pick one, just looking in my mirror here, for summer, I would say the Fenty Beauty one because it is brighter. but for a more natural look, the Youthforia one's also really great. Not huge difference between the two. Something else to keep in mind is I think the matchstick is easier to apply. You can, I don't know, something about an oil, it's like we're not used to applying oily products to our cheeks, whereas we're used to applying like stick blush products. So therefore I think it's easier to figure out the placement, at least it was for me. So that's one other comment. I don't notice too much of a difference between the two as far as the initial impression of how it wears, but I do like that brighter pink of the Fenty matchstick. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit closer. Think that's as close as we can go. I did get a new camera, so I will be busting that out soon so we can get even closer shots. But you can see in the viewfinder, Fenty, and then we have Youthforia on this side of my face. Final initial thoughts. I am very pleased that I picked this up. Despite the lack of magnet, I'll get over it. Love the ombre packaging, and I think this is a really fun color for spring. I'm hoping this trend doesn't take off too much, only because the shades do look so similar when you have a product like this. So I'm kind of hoping like by fall we're over this color changing trend and we can move on from it. But for the time being, while it's trendy, while it's summer, I'm into it. And I think $32 for a product like this from Sephora isn't too bad. So if you're in the market for a color changing blush, you want to try something fun, I would recommend picking this one up. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel if you like to see new product release reviews, everything from drugstore to indie to luxury beauty. I'm your girl. So hit that subscribe button and also follow me on Instagram at Dear Eva Hansen. Thanks so much, and I will catch you in my next video.